Cambodia is a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary government. However, having banned the main opposition party in 2017, the ruling Cambodian People's Party won all 125 National Assembly seats in the 2018 national election, turning the country into a de facto one-party state with a government that regularly acts in an authoritarian manner. The Prime Minister since 1985, Hun Sen, remained in office. International observers, including foreign governments and international and domestic non-governmental organizations, criticized the election as neither free nor fair and not representative of the will of the people. The Cambodian National Police maintains internal security. The Royal Cambodian Armed Forces are responsible for external security and have some domestic security responsibilities. The National Police reports to the Ministry of Interior, while the Armed Forces report to the Ministry of National Defense. Civilian authorities maintained effective control over the security forces, which at times threatened or used force against opponents of Prime Minister Hun Sen and were generally perceived as an armed wing of the ruling party. There were reports that members of the security forces committed abuses. Significant human rights issues included credible reports of unlawful or arbitrary killings, torture and cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment by the government, arbitrary detention by the government, political prisoners and detainees, serious problems with the independence of the judiciary, arbitrary interference in the private lives of citizens, including pervasive electronic media surveillance, serious restrictions on freedom of expression and media, including violence and threats of violence, unjustified arrests or prosecutions of journalists, criminal libel laws, and censorship, serious restrictions on internet freedom, substantial interference with the freedom of peaceful assembly and freedom of association, including overly restrictive laws on the organization, funding, or operation of non-governmental organizations and civil society organizations, inability of citizens to change their government peacefully through free and fair elections, serious restrictions on political participation, serious and pervasive government corruption, including in the judiciary, serious government restrictions on or harassment of domestic or international human rights organizations, lack of investigation of and accountability for gender-based violence, trafficking in persons, significant restrictions on workers' freedom of association, and the worst forms of child labor, including forced or compulsory child labor. A pervasive culture of impunity continued. There were credible reports that government officials, including police, committed abuses and acts of corruption with impunity, and in most cases the government took little or no action.